Hello and welcome to this tutorial. Today I'm going to show you a really beautiful chord progression that is so much fun to play and such a wonderful base for free improvisation on the piano. The progression we will use is a very famous one that every piano player should know. It's called the Andalusian Cadence or the Andalusian progression. It sounds a bit Spanish and it's full of life, so that's so much fun to play. But before we jump in, if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up. We will start with 4 basic chords. We have E minor, D major, C major and B major. First we will play them slowly with the right hand just to get used to the shapes. So we have E minor, D major, C major and B major. Okay? And then we will do the same with the left hand. So we have E minor, D major, C major and B major. Once you are comfortable with this, we will do a little warm-up exercise. We will start with the left hand, play the E minor, then we will play the E minor with the right hand. Now we are taking our left hand and put it on the E minor here and again with your right hand. Okay, so like this, left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand. Then you are doing the same thing with the D major. So left hand, right hand, then you are crossing with your arms, left hand and right hand. The same thing with the C major. Left, right, left, right. And then the last one, the B major. Left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand. And here you really have to use the sustain pedal, because like this you won't hear the gaps when you are changing the chords. Okay? This would sound too dry. And with the sustain pedal, look how nice this sounds. Now we will take those chords and play them as broken chords or arpeggios. That means note by note. Okay, now we don't play all 3 notes together. No, we play them just like this. And when we are ready with the left hand, then the right hand repeats. Now the left hand again, 1 octave higher, and now the right hand, 1 octave higher. So that means this sounds like this. Okay, very beautiful. And now we do the same with the D major. So note by note. Then comes the C major. And the last one, the B major. We have 2 black keys in here. Okay, and you can play it with this rhythm that you play 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 then we go back to the beginning and so on and so on. And by the way, you can download the sheet music for free. The link is below the video in the description. Now comes the creative part. We will build up the progression with 4 musical variations step by step. So level 1 is, here we add like a small echo at the top of each arpeggio. There we will go back to the third of the chord. Let me show you what I mean. When we start with the E minor and we are ready with this, we just go back to the third of the chord, which is the G. The same thing we are doing with D major. Here also we're going back to the third, which is F sharp. Then the next one is C major. And back to the third. And now B major. Back to the middle finger to the third. Okay? And the rhythm goes like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That means the third comes on the 4, on beat 4, okay? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and next one 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Yeah, and you can play and practice this in a loop so that you really begin to feel safe with this. Now comes level number 2. Here we change the rhythm a little bit. This gives the pattern more motion and makes it feel more alive. Here we are doing the same thing, but the end will be a little bit different this time. So we are playing our E minor broken chord. And now we are going down the notes of the E minor scale. We are going to the A, to the G, and when we land on the F sharp, then we start at the same time with our pinky on the D major triad. So we are playing these two notes together. Here also we take the notes of the E minor scale, play it down. When we are on the E, we take the C major triad. Here also the notes of the E minor scale, but this time there's a little exception. Here we take the D sharp instead of the D. I will explain you later why this is like this. And then you go back to the E and play it together with the E minor triad. Okay, let's do this one more time with the right rhythm, okay? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1. You can download the sheet music for free. The link is below the video in the description. Now let's have a closer look. For the first 3 chords, you will use the natural E minor scale. That goes like this. We have 1 sharp in it, and this is the F sharp. And for the last chord, we will use the E minor harmonic scale. That means we will raise the 7th note of the scale. We have these notes again, but then instead of the D we play the D sharp. Yeah, this sounds a bit exotic, and this is exactly what we want here. Yeah, because when you have a look, the B major triad has a D sharp in it, right? But there is no sharp in the E minor scale. This is because we need the E minor harmonic scale, which has this raised 7th note in the minor scale, okay? And like this it fits. Because if we wouldn't play the D sharp in here, then it would sound boring, this chord progression, when we would play the normal B minor trait instead. Look, then this chord progression would sound like this. And this doesn't sound so spicy like this. Now comes level 3. Here we add a beautiful little ornament or a decoration at the top of the arpeggio. It's simple, but it sounds really impressive. Let me play it for you. We start again with our broken chords. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That means when you are up here, yeah, and we are counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and the 4 and. That means on the 3 and we play 2 notes, 2 16th notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now we are going directly to the D sharp, because now comes this D sharp together with the B major triad, and there we need the D sharp. And then we are going back 2 times to E. Okay? So check this out. I think this is a really beautiful ornament. And then we are coming to level number 4. I think this really starts to flow now. And here we are starting again with our broken chords. And when we reach the top, then we go down the scale. And the last note up. Yeah, when you reach the end with your thumb, then you go 1 note of the scale back. And then you start the next chord with the left hand together with this note here. Now also all notes of the scale down. Now here's the end, and there you go back with your index finger. All notes of the scale down, but now here's a trap. Here you have to take care that you go to the D sharp now, together with the B major chord in the left hand. And now take care. You reach the top, and now you go back all the notes of the D minor harmonic scale. Yeah, that means there you have the gap between those 2 notes. And then you are going back on the E. Okay, so let's do it once more. And I will count for you for better orientation. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and together. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and together. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and D sharp. And together. Okay? And if you want to come to an end, then you can just play again the broken chord on E minor, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Yeah, perhaps these two notes together. I think this sounds like a nice end. And now here comes a little extra trick. When you want to play this beautiful Andalusian cadence in another key, then I show you the secret formula. So let's do this maybe in the key of A minor. There you start with the A minor triad. Then you go one whole step down. That means you are starting from the G. And from the G you build a major triad. Like this, okay? Now you go one whole step down. And from the F you also start to build a major triad. And then you go a half step down to the E. And there you also build a major triad. Like this, we have E major. That means we have a minor triad, a major triad, a major triad, and a major triad. One minor triad, three major triad. The key is to find the right distance now to the next root note, which is a whole step down, a whole step down, and now a half step down, but be careful, it's a major triad too. Okay? And then you could start to do the same exercise. Now E major. So I think this is really inspiring, and when you want to dive deeper in this, how this works with the different keys and how this works to play different chords so fast on the keys and how to find them even when they have black keys in it and so on, then make sure to check out my online course. It's called Modern Piano 1 and you will find more information about it in the video description. So I hope you liked this video, because you know, to play something beautiful like this without needing sheet music is so much fun, because you don't have to memorize a long piece and don't read difficult sheet music, because you are playing this with chords, okay? And so you can just sit at the piano and have fun and try to combine these different levels I showed you and try them in a new order, or even try them in a different key. And if you enjoyed this arpeggio style playing, I highly recommend you check out this video next. In this video I show you 3 different ways to play arpeggios that every piano player should know. So don't miss. If you want to explore even more beautiful broken chord patterns on the piano, then watch this video next.